Frontal. Last week, Senate Republicans failed in their latest attempt to repeal Obamacare thanks to one fearless maverick and also a couple of broads or something. I don't know, who cares? Obamacare lives another day. But before you go deliberately injuring yourself so you can cash in on that sweet government-subsidized health care, you should know that our president has one more trick up his sleeve.
Let Obamacare implode.
Okay, 2 questions. One, what kind of police force applauds people losing health care? But more baffling, how do they clap so loudly while wearing gloves? Very impressive. Trump's implosion gambit relies on one of the most persistent Republican talking points.
Obamacare is in a total death spiral.
We all know that Obamacare is in a death spiral.
Imploding. There is a death spiral.
Obamacare isn't a death spiral.
Death spiral.
Death spiral.
Death spiral.
It's a death spiral. It's collapsing.
Death spiral.
Death spiral.
The death spiral. The death spiral. It's in a death spiral.
Coincidentally, also the name of the Ryan family band. They are Wisconsin's premier Christian objectivist death metal combo. There's just one problem with that death spiral catechism.
Obamacare is not in a death spiral.
Jesus, Velshi, way to ruin a cool catchphrase with your stupid facts. He's right. Obamacare is still alive and well, despite Republicans hacking away at it for 7 long years.
Just a flesh wound.
Gosh, they sure hate that Black Knight. That's weird. Before the ink was even dry on the ACA, Republicans were working on their own plan. Step 1, file roughly 1 million court challenges to kill or at least wound the law.
The court ruled that states get to decide if they want to expand their Medicaid rolls. But these 26 states opposed the expansion, even though the federal government would pay all the costs for the first 3 years.
Jesus, red states, we're trying to give you money. Please take our money for your sick people. No? Okay, fine. We'll just spend it on more rainbow flags and transgender fidget spinners. Meanwhile, Koch-funded groups spent millions trying to scare people away from the new exchanges with ads like this.
I see you chose to sign up for Obamacare.
Is that supposed to be scary? He's less alarming than Trump's position. Besides, if I can get guaranteed affordable birth control, prenatal care, and cancer screenings, I will let the San Diego chicken do my pelvic exams. Go ahead, get on up in there. Obviously, since the ACA passed, we've all gotten used to World War I recruitment mascots poking around in our love canals. But did you know some of those Coke ads were bullshit?
My insurance was canceled because of Obamacare. Now the out-of-pocket costs are so high, it's unaffordable.
Turns out whatever pocket that lady was paying out of must have had a hole in it where the math leaked out.
The Detroit News talked to Boonstra and discovered that, and I'm quoting, the new plan will save her at least $1,200. Boonstra said, and I quote, "Can't be true. I personally do not believe that."
And I personally do not believe Trump is president, sister, but I'm starting to see how it happened. Meanwhile, back in the Senate, alleged sane Republican Marco Rubio sneakily undermined Obamacare by using a spending bill to get rid of the so-called risk corridors, which is not what Mike Pence calls a West Wing hallway with a woman in it. Risk corridors are like insurance for the insurance companies, lowering their risk so they stay in the exchanges. Knowing that one party would rather fuck with the health exchanges than fix them puts insurers into an uncertainty spiral.
Experts blame that uncertainty for 2/3 of anticipated premium hikes. Humana said it was leaving the exchanges because of further signs of an unbalanced risk pool.
And speaking of unbalanced, Manhattan's most infectious pre-existing condition has now cranked the sabotage up to 11. He canceled $5 million in healthcare.gov advertising and instead spent taxpayer money on anti-Obamacare propaganda.
The Affordable Care Act kicks in, which makes it unaffordable. So that's the irony.
You call that a ghoulish scare ad? Where's Uncle Sam brandishing a cooter spreader? And leave it to the deadbeat in chief to propose not paying insurers what they're owed.
The bigger questions are, do you make the payments to the insurance companies? The president calls them bailouts, other people call them subsidies. Depends on your perspective on Obamacare.
Yeah, fuck fuck language. I call them a burrito. Don't deny my truth, cucks. Finally, after 7 years of sabotage, Senator John Cornyn has the nerve to bitch that Obamacare isn't doing all it was supposed to do.
I thought it was supposed to provide coverage for everybody. But in my state, about 450,000 Texans who earn less than $25,000 a year are paying the penalty because they can't afford the insurance, so they pay the penalty, and it's not working.
It's not working. Yeah, they're not covered. Your state refused to expand the Medicaid, which would have covered them. Do not piss on the legs of 750,000 Texans and tell them the black guy did it. Does Obamacare have real problems? Fuck, yes. Premiums and deductibles are way too high for a lot of people, and the cost curve remains as unbent as the erection these two get every time they vote for repeal. So, fix it. You're like someone who's just been given a house, then they find out the toilet in the guest bathroom runs, and instead of jiggling the handle, they decide to just fucking torch the place. Because who minds playing Russian roulette if you're pointing the gun at someone else?
I think we're probably in that position where we'll just let Obamacare fail. We're not going to own it. I'm not going to own it. I can tell you the Republicans are not going to own it.
Oh, it's the old Pottery Barn rule. You break it, you pretend it was already broken, and let people die to score political points. We'll be right back.